He's not an athlete. Why is he wearing an athlete shirt? It's a mindset, okay? Being an athlete is a mindset. And I have the mindset of an athlete. What is up, you sexy beasts? Hope you guys are doing fantastically well. It is Tuesday morning here in Australia, and I believe the quarterfinals kick off on Friday here for us. So we're 3 days away. And we had some exciting stuff being released by the games. We had the floor plans for the first 5 workouts, including all the equipment pieces. So you can get a really good idea of what might be to come. Before we jump into the workouts, a couple of things. Number one, Danny Spiegel. Someone requested a photo of Danny. I've got a few photos of her working out in Dubai, but I just felt like this photo of her on the podium there with Alex Smith just kind of speaks to who Danny is, more so than the fitness photos I have. It's just her cracking up, having a big laugh. She is certainly one of the happiest, funniest, most fun-loving athletes around. So there you go. Big shout out to Danny. And then this coming weekend with the quarterfinals, I've been asked by the CrossFit Games to film Cara, Saunders and all the other athletes that are doing the quarterfinals at CrossFit Carve here on the Gold Coast. So that is very exciting. I'm not sure how much time I'll get to actually create my own content, but I'm pumped to be working for the CrossFit Games and especially to be following Cara. Cara is one of those special athletes that when you watch her work out in real life, it's like an out-of-body experience. You just realize that you are in the presence of greatness. She is an incredible athlete, just so professional, so just from a different breed, just cut from a different cloth. And so watching her train in real life, watching her do these tests is it's hard to describe. So I'm always pumped when I get to spend time with Cara. So I'm super excited for that. I honestly believe still that the only woman in the field that can challenge Tia currently is Cara. We've got some great athletes coming up. We've got some amazing female athletes, but there's just no one close to Tia. But I do believe that Cara is the one athlete that can challenge her. So I'm looking forward to seeing her not only make it to the Torium Pro, which I'm sure she'll do, but to move on to the games and actually put up a good show for us between the two Aussies. Okay, let's have a look at these 5 floor plans that Boz so nicely presented to us. I won't show you the full versions of these videos. You can find them on YouTube and on the CrossFit Games site. But here is workout or test number 1.
We're talking test 1 individuals. We have 3 things that we need to set up here. The first is a box. You can see it behind me. When you're done at the wall, you're going to move forward to the dumbbells, and the same thing is going to hold true when you get to the rope.
So my predictions for test number 1 is either strict or deficit handstand push-ups. Obviously it's a handstand push-up station, so I reckon we'll see some strict handstand push-ups. Then on the dumbbells, I reckon a complex movement, either a thruster or maybe even something bigger like a man maker, like a burpee into a double dumbbell snatch, something nice and big. And then on the rope, I would love to see triple unders in the quarterfinals, but I don't think we'll see those, so probably just some more dubbies. My prediction is that test number 1 will be a shorter one, like a 21:15.9 perhaps on the handstand push-ups and whatever happens on the dumbbells, and then maybe on the double unders like 210, 150 and 90, something like that, but a shorter sprint. And then let's have a look at workout setup number 2.
Individual quarterfinal test number 2. Let's check out the floor plan. There's a few specifics that you've got to be aware of here. First things first, I've got a mark in front of my rope, and then 8 feet in front of that, we've got this hard boundary. The GHD needs to be placed behind that 8-foot mark, and this is going to serve as your starting position and the designation for one of the movements. Once you finish the rope, you're going to come back over here, and there'll be another movement that you perform clearly on this side of the tape.
So test number 2 is another triplet. So we've got that empty space in front of the GHD where Boz mentions that they'll be doing a 3rd exercise. I don't know what you can really do bodyweight wise other than burpees and air squats. My prediction is burpees. I don't think they'll be doing air squats at this stage of the competition. So maybe burpees. And I do think that either this one or test number 3, test number 2 or 3 is going to be a longer grind. So on this one, we have the rope. So my prediction would be legless rope climbs. And then for the GHD, I don't imagine they'll be doing anything other than sit-ups. I can't imagine them doing hip extensions or back extensions for time. So I'm going to say GHD sit-ups. And I'm going to go with the burpee. So burpee, legless rope climb, GHD setup, and I reckon this one could be a longer one. Maybe like a 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 on the GHDs and the burpees with say 5 legless rope climbs in between each round or something along those lines, but a slightly longer one I reckon for this workout. Okay, test number 3. All the taller athletes will be very excited about this one. Let's have a look at the floor setup.
Test number 3 for the individuals. This one's got a pretty simple setup, but there's a few things that you need to make sure that you've got done really well. First thing, clearly visible is that target for the wall ball. It's set at 10 feet currently for the male athlete. If you're a female athlete, you'll set that at 9 feet. And then from the wall, we've measured out 8 feet for our start line and the line that designates where the rower has to be beyond.
Wall balls and rowing, so another couplet, and I reckon this one is just going to be once through for time. So rather than going back and forth between the rower and the wall balls, I reckon we could see like a Cara, 150 wall balls, followed by a 1K or a 2K row. But I reckon it'll just be like finish the reps on one movement, move to the next equipment, and finish your set distance on that one. So that's my prediction. It's maybe like a Cara followed by, I'm going to say a 2K row. Okay, test number 4. Take us away, Boz.
Test number 4. This one's very simple setup. All you need is a rack and a barbell and some plates.
So very simple setup, obviously a strength piece. Now we saw a 1 rep max front squat, I believe, in last year's CrossFit Games online portion. And then we had the CrossFit Total at the Games, I believe. So I don't think we're going to see another front squat or back squat even. And I don't think we'll see a strict press just because we have seen the CrossFit Total in recent days. So my prediction is going to be an overhead squat or maybe a jerk or push press, push press. I'm going to go with either overhead squat or push press. I can't say push press. Is that, am I saying that right? Push press, push press. I struggle. I'm so good at English, hey? I'm so good at English. Let's have a look at test. I keep saying workout. They call them tests now. I like that. Let's look at test number 5.
Test number 5 for the individuals. Check out the setup. We've got the box and the line that bisects that box on either side. And then 5 feet off of that, we have the line that's going to designate where the barbell has to be behind.
Okay, so we have a higher box and a fairly decent weight on the bar there. Boz had 60 kgs loaded on that bar. I'm going to assume that's the men's weight. And I reckon this workout is going to really hurt. I reckon it's going to be a fast-paced workout, a combination of box jump overs and squat snatches. And they're going to absolutely fry their legs on the higher box jump overs so that the squat snatch is going to be extremely difficult and we'll see some failures on that. So I reckon it's going to be a very fast-paced workout of those two movements, box jump overs and full snatches. And that is all we have for now. I do believe there'll be another workout or maybe even 2. It wouldn't be the CrossFit Games season without surprises at every stage. So my prediction is there'll be another workout or maybe even 2 released in the weekend, during the weekend, or closer to the start time of the quarterfinals. Now, very interesting, we do not have any bar, like no pull-up bar and no rings. So there won't be any ring muscle-ups at this stage anyway, and no bar work. I guess we did see toes to bar, chest to bar pull-ups and bar muscle-ups in the open, so perhaps they just leaving the bar out altogether. But I must say I did expect some rings in the quarterfinals, so that is interesting. But what do you think? I love speculating and guessing what these workouts might be to see how close I am when they actually get released. But down in the comments, let me know what you think these 5 workouts will be. And do you think my comment about Cara being the only female athlete that can really challenge Tia for the throne, is that true? What do you feel? Do you feel like there's other athletes that might have a crack, might be close enough to be able to dethrone her? I honestly don't think so, but let me know what you think in the comments. And then I wanted to mention probably my favorite CrossFit Games athlete of all time. I've had a special place in my heart for this athlete since I started CrossFit, and that is Annie Thorisdottir. She finished 37th in Europe, I think 117th in the world, so she was well inside the qualifying. So I'm excited to see her qualify for the semi-finals and make it to the games even perhaps. As a new mum, it'll be a great achievement for her and very cool to see her make it back to the games and follow in Cara's footsteps of making it back to the games the same year as giving birth. I don't know about you, but I just feel like Annie encapsulates, is that a word? Encapsulates? That's a big word for me. Encapsulates everything that is a great CrossFit Games champion. I don't think she'll be able to win it again, but I do feel like she represents a sport so well. She's such a fierce competitor, but then such a sweetheart off the competition field. Just always this massive smile, just so gracious and friendly. And I just think she represents our sport so well. So I would love to see Annie back at the games. I don't know if you guys have noticed the drawing on my hand, but that's the old, the old house you have to draw with one motion. Yeah, me and my daughter were drawing those last night, and she'd drawn on my hand. Forgot that was there. Anyway, guys, that is all for today. We are 3 days away from the quarterfinals kicking off. I look forward to spending the weekend with my friends Cara, Saunders, and Zeke Grove and their community at CrossFit Carve. Create some great content for the CrossFit Games. So I'll make sure that I put out a couple more videos before the weekend, because I imagine I'm going to be pretty busy and I might not be able to upload anything until after the quarterfinals. Nah, you know what? That's rubbish. I'll stay up. If I have to stay up till midnight and create content here, I will. I've got to create some stuff during the quarterfinal, so scrap that last comment. I will be making content. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, stay sexy. Keep roaring love. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. Mwah.